Hey everybody, viklasthemad here. This week for World of Tanks, we've got something a little bit different. We call it the British Invasion. Brought to you by Mechmerc. If you recall, Mechmerc and I platooned up together in a couple of matches, and we did okay. This is all solo work here for Mechmerc, and he's on Himmelsdorf in the Churchill I, Tier 5 British Heavy, and he's gone down to defend the 7 and 8 line, the banana, um, and he's got all kinds of nastiness coming down that road at him. He's already lost a significant amount of health in 3 hits here, and he's backing off. Wisely keeping an eye for anything up there on the top of the hill that could hurt him. He's got another Churchill next to him that's going to provide some very much needed fire support and also take some hits. But he's given that KV-1 the once over, and he took out the Martyr 2, which that'll help. So he's gotten himself on the other side of this little hill, so he's hull down, and pretty much the only thing that anybody's got to shoot at if they come around that corner is going to be his turret, and that's not a favorable shot for any of them. As you see there, the KV-1 bounces a shot off of him. And Mechmerc just keeps throwing out fire at him, pours it into him until finally he's able to take him out. Now, a Crusader, a cheeky bugger, has rolled into the cap circle from behind. But he's going to be taken care of. Another KV-1 rolls around the corner, and he just peppers this guy, hitting his lower plate and his front drive wheel there, keeping him immobilized and finally knocking him out as well. A B-1 rolls around the corner down here, and he puts a couple of good shots into him. Everything's happening very quickly here. It's just one thing into another, into another, into another. He's tracked the B-1 twice now, and some of these shots are going in, some of them are bouncing off. And he's tracked himself now. The B-1 repairs both of his tracks and is able to pull back, but Mechmerc quickly uses the repair kit to get his tracks back up, come around the corner, put another good shot into the B-1 and finish him off. So now, if you noticed earlier, the scores looked pretty bad, and there's artillery finding Mechmerc. But if you noticed earlier, the scores were very unfavorable, and now they're a little more comfortable. It's now 12-10. All that's left is a Type 95 that is about to meet his maker. The S-35 CA and the leaf blower, French artillery. And Mechmerc giving words of encouragement and congratulations to his team, although that S-35 just absolutely ate the T-67 down there, so it ain't over yet. Okay, now so the S-35, very dangerous at this point. The leaf blower, also very dangerous at this point. Which one are we going to find first? We know where the S-35 was, but if he's got half a brain, he'll have moved. Oh, there's the leaf blower. And he's seen us coming around the corner. No damage from that shot, but it blows the track off. Mechmerc peppers him, and he takes him out. 4 nicely placed shots, taking the leaf blower out. Now all that's left is that S-35. He's got to be somewhere around this corner. There he is. And he's pointing the wrong way. We put a shot into him, and that one bounced, and he finishes off Mechmerc's Churchill. All right. Well, there's a Matilda Black Prince, a Type 95, and the other Churchill on the team. Surely one of them can get this S-35. Oh, that's a bad engagement. The Type 95 gets lucky there. Puts a couple of devastating shots into the S-35. He's on very low health. 30 points. But that Type 95 is also a one-shot. They are a one-shot for each other. Who's going to come out on top here? Mechmerc telling him, try to flank him, try to flank him. If the Type 95 can hold... all he needed to do was hold out for the Matilda. But the S-35 gets the kill shot, scuttles away like the scared little Frenchie that he is. All right. Who's going to find him? Is it going to be the Churchill? Or is it going to be the Black Prince? It's going to be the Black Prince. He finds him, takes the shot, on the move, hits him, and finishes him off. Well done. Taking a look at the post-game results, we've got 25,000, almost 26,000 credits earned, 1,900 experience, that's doubled. High caliber medal, and just shy of getting the ace tanker out of that one. Place on the team by damage, top of the team. By experience, top of the team. So, very impressive outcome there. Fired 45 shots, 42 of them connected, 27 penetrations for 1,800 damage. After repairs, resupply, and consumables, almost 9,000 credits still netted. Received 954 base experience, along with 191 experience for the for personal missions, and times 2 for first win of the day. So blocked only one shot at that battle, 270 damage shot, but still, that 1,800 damage, that's nothing to sneeze at. Well, let's go ahead and here we have a case of second versus same as the first. Again in the Churchill 1 and again on Himmelsdorf. Starting on the other side of the map this time. Mechmerc takes an interesting approach here at the beginning of the match, sending blind shots down that road past the water fountain, hoping to either get some early damage or at the very least dissuade anybody from coming down the center. He's definitely got the ammunition to do that. It looked like he was going to go for the banana again, but he goes straight down the middle. Getting a little bit of lag here. Sorry about that, folks. So he's come down the middle, hoping to see if he can catch somebody off guard coming across the square. And there's a DW2 going down the outside road. Just missed him. And he's not going to double back. You see a Skoda T24 has skirted around the outside. If you look down there on the map, he's come down the one line, taking a shot at that DW2, misses him, knocks the tracks off the Toldy, Puts 3 nice, good, damaging shots into him. Somehow bounces another shot, but is able to finish him off. And there's the Hetzer of the enemy team. Now watch this fire. You see that arc? That Hetzer's rolling with the 105 millimeter howitzer. Now keep in mind, you finished him off there, and keep in mind every single shot was standard ammunition armor piercing. Watch in the chat. Nice hit on the martyr there. And any second now. There it is. Gold slinging Churchill. No. Not quite, my friend. Not quite. And Mechmerc takes a little stop here to let him know just that. Keep guessing, lad. So we come around the corner, which is very much clear now. And we got a nice little train of destruction coming down the road. KV-1, T-34, and Mechmerc bringing up the rear into Churchill. I have no idea what some of the team is doing down there, still hanging out by the cap circle. But the score is 11-3. This is a very comfortable place to be. And the enemy artillery has now been finished off. And Mechmerc, pretty lucky here, has only taken one damaging hit this whole match. And all that's left now is a Sherman on the enemy team, and this one is pretty much over. And there it is. Still a good match. So, understandably not as good as a result here as the last one, but still, over 14,000 credits earned, 489 experience. Not bad. 2 kills, 3 damaged vehicles. Place on the team by damage 3rd, and by experience, well, we'll not talk about that. Still, a good battle. 12,000 credits after repair and resupply. 26 shots fired, 13 hits, 9 penetrations for that 581 damage. And here we are on Wide Park, this time in the Tier 4 British medium, the Grant, the British variant of the M3 Lee. There is also an M3 Lee on both teams, but Mechmerc is all alone in the only Grant. And it seems he's taking a moment to figure out exactly where he's going to go, how he's going to set up. And he seems to have figured it out. He's going to sit here behind these trees and get shots at these tank destroyers that roll across the way there. Missed the first 2 shots. Missed that third shot. Nice shot there. And a blind shot finishes him off. The Covenanter and possibly a tank destroyer or 2 that have rolled over the other side of the hill over here. Here's a Panzer 38 NA. Puts a nice shot into him as he comes down the hill. Follows up with a second nice shot. Finds the Su-76. One-shots him. Nice big shot there. Throwing high explosive at the guy. Finishes off the Panzer 38. Takes a few hits from the Covenanter. Returns fire. Tracks him. Takes a couple more hits from him. Keeps throwing the high explosive into him. Finishes him off. So, doing very well so far. Team is winning 7-2, thanks in large part to Mechmerc in the Grant. 4 kills, 887 damage racked up so far. And that's just what XVM is showing us. Remember, there was a blind shot that got that first kill. And we don't know how much damage that did. So, XVM doesn't tell us that. Nice tracking shot on the Type 95. Hits him in the tracks again with high explosive. Hits him again, keeps him tracked, switches over to armor piercing, finishes him off. So 5 kills. Only 2 medium tanks left on the enemy team. And a little ST is one of them. He comes around the corner, fires a very inaccurate shot, somehow hits him. He's switched back to high explosive now. He's only got 11 shots of it. And that ST is the only thing left on the enemy team. Friendly team has only lost 3 tanks. This is a beating. He takes a very unaimed shot again and finishes him off. So, one heck of a result there. Getting 18,000 credits, 911 experience. Scoring a top gun with 6 kills, a high caliber, and an ace tanker badge. Taking a look at the position on the team, top by damage and experience and kills, so top of the team all around. Shouldn't be any kind of surprise after watching that battle. 24 shots fired, 17 hits, 16 penetrated for 1,310 damage. Not the total that XVM showed us. Accidentally dinged a friendly for 21 damage, but not that big of a deal. After the fine for friendly fire, repairs and resupply, 15,000 credits, and that 911 experience is the base experience. So, very refreshing to see a result like this. Let's go ahead and go on. And finally, here he is, still in the Grant, on Cliff, mid-tier, in a Tier 5 game. And he wastes no time racing up to the front of the pack right at the beginning of the battle. That T-67, I mean, he's gonna beat everybody on speed. But Mechmerc not falling very far behind. Trying to get up into the tank destroyer position. Which is a good position for the Grant or the Lee. Medium tanks by name, but should definitely be driven like tank destroyers with that forward-facing gun, not having an actual turret. So, wisely taking out some of the potential cover there. And there we go. There's a Type 91 rolling across in the open. He got spotted. 2 shots. High explosive. Took him out. Scores a critical hit of some kind on the KV-1. Loses his angle on him. Score very quickly in this game. Swings in the friendly team's favor. 3-0 right now. Now 3-1 and 4-1. So a nice little exchange there. There's that KV-1 again. Pops out. And he hits him and takes his track off. And he's not doing much there. But he sees a Type 95. And the T-46 takes a shot. Gets a crit. Puts one into the turret. Finishes him off for his second kill of the game. 542 damage, and the enemy team is just withering away. There's that Type 91 again. They're taking high explosive shots at his turret. Hits him for 155 and then finishes him off. Bounces a shot from someone out there, probably the KV-1. And all that's left on the enemy team now is a Type 95, 2 artilleries. And someone in chat is grouching about their team killing the enemy team before they can even get to them. Well, those are the breaks, I suppose. Everybody's racing ahead trying to catch up there and get that Type 95 before anybody else can do anything about it. Shots are coming in from all over the place, and Mechmerc ninjas the kill. So he scored himself 4 kills here and 831 damage according to XVM. We'll take a look at that for accuracy later. Everybody's hunting that last artillery, and there he is, the M37, hiding in the corner behind the rock. Mechmerc doesn't seem to have noticed yet, but there it is. And he doesn't have a shot. But that's all right. They finish him off and secure the win. Great result in the grant. Another mastery badge there. Ace Tanker. Nicely done. 4 kills. Place on the team 3rd by damage and 1st by experience. 18 shots fired, 13 hits, 9 penetrations, 831 damage, 473 of that from more than 300 meters away, which is incredible considering the terrible accuracy of that main gun. Also, 940 assistance damage from tracking and 4 spots. So, very nice there. After pittance for repair and resupply, just shy of 17,000 credits earned and 852 base experience times 2 for the first win of the day on that particular day. Very nice to see these kinds of results coming out of something like the Grant, which is just a British refit of the M3 Lee, which is not that great of a tank. It's got some good qualities, but they are sometimes overshadowed, I feel, by the bad things. But once you get to know how to use either one, the Grant or the Lee, because whatever you do in one translates into the other. Once you get to know how to use them and can put that knowledge to use consistently, you get some really good results, and clearly Mechmerc has figured out how to do that. So I hope you were entertained by this. Hope you enjoyed watching these. I'm sure there will be more to come from Mechmerc in the future. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and give this video a like. If you really enjoy this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure to catch all the stuff that comes out later on down the line. Tomorrow is World of Warships, and I've got some really good battles to show you lined up for that. And I look forward to seeing you there. So, until tomorrow, take care, folks.